The House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence has asked the federal government to purchase new aircraft for President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima. The committee's recommendation is contained in a report released after its investigation on the status of the aircraft in the presidential air fleet. The committee is of the strong and informed opinion that, considering the fragile structure of the Nigerian Federation and recognizing the dire consequences of any foreseen or unforeseen mishap that may arise as a result of technical or operational inadequacy of the presidential air fleet, it is in the best interest of the country to procure 2 additional aircraft as recommended. This will also prove to be the most cost-efficient in the long run, apart from the added advantage of providing a suitable, comfortable and safe career befitting of the status and responsibilities of the office of the President and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In May, the House of Representatives mandated a committee to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the aircraft in the presidential fleet to ascertain their airworthiness and technical status. The House resolution was sequestered to a motion sponsored by Shettima Ahmed, chairman of the House committee. There was a heated debate on the floor of the House when the motion was moved. Some lawmakers suggested that the president should travel by commercial aircraft or by road. According to reports, the presidential fleet consists of 6 aircraft and 6 helicopters. The aircraft include 1 Boeing 737, 90 years old, currently unserviceable and undergoing maintenance. 1 Gulfstream G550, 13 years old, in good condition. 1 Gulfstream GV, 23 years old, unserviceable. 2 Falcon 7XS, 1 serviceable, 1 unserviceable, and 1 Challenger CL605, 12 years old, serviceable. The helicopter fleet includes 2 Augusta 139S, 19 and 18 years old, both unserviceable. 4 Augustas 189S, no information on their condition. Before we continue, let me play you a video of Peter Obi outlining President Tinubu's wasteful spending, despite saying that he inherited a battered economy. Listen to Mr. Peter Obi.
Charles, the first thing you do as a leader who inherited a difficult situation is to lead by example, and it starts by your own style, by your behavior, your conduct, how you manage the resources. You cannot say that things are difficult when you're living in conspicuous consumption. The things you don't do. Nigeria today is a country with the highest amount of people without homes, over 24 million. Yet, you're spending 20-something billion to build a house for one person. Mr. Johnson, are you saying that a vice president of Nigeria cannot live in a 4-bedroom house? You live in the UK. 10 Downing Street is 3 rooms. That is an economy that is almost 10 times our economy today. And the Prime Minister lives in 3 rooms. So that's where you start. You start by living like somebody who is coming through difficulty, who is facing difficulty, who wants to change things. That's how we do it. You don't engage in what we've been doing, buying vehicles, partying and everything as if things are normal. When you say there's difficulty, you need to deal with the issue of cutting the cost of governance. That's where you start. So you need to deal with the issue of massive corruption. That is showing that I am now, okay, things are bad. Just have served the system where I came in and found that things are bad. And we start by cutting the cost of governance.
So is that what you'd like to see him I mean, the first year is gone. You know, that's a fact. But he's now entering his second year. He has entered. What are the things that
you have to also show a clear plan. It is not enough to say, oh, we are going to go through problem. If we are going to go through problem, just is very simple. You enter a plane. There's a bad weather. There's going to be a turbulence. The pilot says, we're going to go through bad weather. It's going to take us maybe 1 hour, 2 hours because of this. And he follows it through. That is not the time. In that bad weather, everybody, even the crew, are asked to sit down. That's not time to start serving food and wine and everything when everything is up and down. That's why we're there. We're in turbulence and people are still dancing and everything. I always say what happened to the Titanic is what is happening in Nigeria. While the plane was going on, the people on the upper deck were busy dancing until the whole thing collapsed. That's what is happening now. We should change and do things rightly. We can change and manage corruption and everything and all that.
When President Tinubu took over office, he said that he inherited a battered economy from President Muhammadu Buhari, and as such, whatever he wants to do, he's tied. He's being constrained from achieving what he wants to achieve. He has attributed the harsh economic reality that Nigeria is facing, the inflation, the hunger, the insecurity, to the President Muhammadu Buhari 8 years in office, even though President Muhammadu Buhari is his party man, and he promised Nigerians that he's going to continue from the same trajectory that President Muhammadu Buhari left. So P2B is asking a very vital question. You inherited a battered economy for President Muhammadu Buhari. What have you done to revive the economy? Everyone passes through phase in life, including nations. Nations also pass through phase in life. There are times that you have so much economic boom. There are times that you have so much resources at your disposal. And there are times that you don't have so much resources at your disposal. The way you live your life when you have so much resources at your disposal is different from the way you live your life when you don't have so much resources at your disposal. Now, let me give you a scenario. If Mr. A is working and earning 500,000 naira and all of a sudden Mr. A loses his job, it means that in the monthly basis, Mr. A will no longer receive 500,000 naira anymore. Now, if Mr. A is staying in a 3-bedroom flat, has a car, Mr. A will have to adjust because the 500,000 naira that is sustaining that his 3-bedroom flat and the car is no longer coming. So what will Mr. A do? Mr. A will rather move to a 1-bedroom apartment or a self-contained while he tries to get another job, or uses his car to start doing town service or taxi or boat, whatever it may be. That means he's trying to adjust to his new economic reality. That is how life is. And this is applicable to everything in life, including nation. If President Tinubu is saying that he inherited a battered economy from Muhammadu Buhari and there is no resources for him to do the job, what he's going to do, number one, is for him to reduce the cost of governance. Did Tinubu reduce the cost of governance? He did not reduce the cost of governance. He rather increased it. Tinubu's cabinet as of today is ×2 of what President Muhammadu Buhari has. This is someone that inherited a battered economy. Tinubu is spending way beyond the budget. 15 trillion naira to build a coastal highway. 15 trillion naira to build a coastal highway. That is not someone that inherited a battered economy. The National Assembly bought SUV for each lawmaker 162 million. That is not a country that inherited a battered economy. Tinubu budgeted 90 billion for pilgrimage. That is not a country that inherited a battered economy. Billions of naira was budgeted for the office of the First Lady. Billions of naira was also budgeted to renovate the office of the Chief of Staff. 21 billion naira was used to renovate the office of the Vice President. Let's not forget about the 5 billion presidential yacht. Now, we are not even putting into consideration the money that has gone in to service the large cabinet of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which is so many advisors that are surrounding him, advisors that are not giving him good advice. Now, this is not the spending attitude of a nation that inherited a battered economy. This is not the spending habit of a nation that is going through economic reform. Absolutely not. This is coming on the heels of removal of petrol subsidy and the increase in electricity bill. In all of this, the National Assembly, they are proposing that a new presidential jet should be bought for the president and the vice president? Does it show the attitude of people of a nation that is going through economic reform? Does it show the attitude of a nation that inherited a battered economy? Whatever Nigeria is experiencing today, the devalued currency, the inflation, the hardship, the hunger, the insecurity that Nigeria is currently experiencing today is attributed to Tinubu wrong policies. It's attributed to Tinubu maladministration. Everything is solely responsible because of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is not because of 8 years of President Muhammadu Buhari. It is because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not a good administrator. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not know how to handle resources. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not know how to allocate resources. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not know how to utilize resources. Just like Peter B said, you cannot ask the people to endure the suffering, the hardship that you inflicted on them, whereas you are living an extravagant lifestyle. Your attitude is not showing that you are going to reform the economy. Your attitude is not showing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I just show you the fleet of jets that is currently at the disposal of the president. What else does he need a presidential jet for again? If there is none available, he should make use of a commercial plane. Nigeria cannot afford to get a new presidential jet at this moment. It's not possible. It is not possible. Let me use his word. It's going to crumble the economy. If you cannot pay civil servants over 100,000 as minimum wage, then you cannot afford to buy a presidential jet. If paying civil servants over 100,000 minimum wage is going to crumble the economy, is going to crash the economy, then buying a new presidential jet for the president and the vice president will destroy the economy. They should go and service the one at their disposal, or they should sell it off. Sell it off and use the money to get a new one. Why must we continue in wasted spending? By the time Tinubu is done with this country, Nigeria, every one of you that voted him in, if you see gravel, if you see concrete, if you see sand to eat, you should be grateful to God for giving you sand to eat. Tinubu is not the only president that came in newly. There are presidents that came in newly and they made a very battered economy in their country. Look at Diomode Faye, the new Senegalese president. He has reduced the price of essential commodities, whereas Tinubu has increased the price of essential commodities ×5 in Nigeria. The people cannot even buy garri anymore. They can't even buy rice. These are essential commodities that people were supposed to have at their disposal, at their beck and call, but they can't afford it. And rather than doing something to ensure that your people feed, you are busy wasting the scarce resources that you say you inherited from your predecessor. You are busy living an extravagant life. How well will President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tell Nigerians that there is no resources to pay civil servants the money? How well will he tell Nigerians that there is no resources to revive, to rejig the economy, whereas he's living extravagant lifestyle? Look at everything around Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's showing classism, whereas Nigerians are living as paupers in their own land, in their own country. Enough is enough. Nigerians, it's time for us to rise up and stop this menace of maladministration that we are currently experiencing. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.